right, this could be terrific. Let's see how this goes. Grandma buys grandson scary children's songs. This story starts out pretty normal, but
they're not supposed to be scary.
But wait for the punchline because it's well worth it.
We got a call from an irate grandmother who was so upset over an innocent gift she bought her grandson, she never thought it would affect him so badly. You may even own one yourself and not realize what it is.
What, old grandma?
Debbie Jurgensen is a wonderful grandmother, but she's feeling awfully guilty these days because of a gift she gave her grandson.
To think that I gave this to him, thinking it was going to soothe him to sleep, and then to find out that he went through 4 days of pure horror.
Happy ending?
And was hysterical crying every time he went in his happy little room, and it was my doing.
Believe it or not, the gift Debbie bought was this stack of children's CDs called 101 Toddler Tunes.
We started playing the CDs and putting them on at night for the little guy, and he wasn't sleeping too well. And then my husband thought it might be the music, and I thought he was crazy. Until one afternoon I put it on to play with him in his room, and there was a Ladybug song.
This is just one of the songs little Michael had been forced to listen to while he tried to fall asleep.
Gotta fall asleep just by himself.
Yeah.
With the little stars on the ceiling.
And you know he's like scared of certain things in his room, little shadows. Maybe the chair looks like a monster when the lights are out.
I thought he was crazy. Your fathers get no credibility. It's like we just started playing some music. Maybe it's the music. What are you, crazy? What are you, crazy?
Are you crazy? You stupid idiot. Go home and earn.
Else has been in that room.
Go to work and earn money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, something new was introduced.
Yeah, go put a roof over our heads, you useless piece of crap.
It's funny you picked that right up, too, man.
Oh, yeah, that's what my radar is just, shut up, woman. Yeah, mothers know everything except for nothing.
Let's look at it logically. What have we introduced to this child since he has had a problem sleeping? The music.
Yeah.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, it's not the music that I haven't listened to yet. That I let him a stack of CDs. I haven't even listened to one of them because I'm lazy.
Well, here's the song.
All right.
While he tried to fall asleep.
Ladybug, ladybug, fly away home. Your house is on fire and your children will burn.
Will burn.
They will burn.
Why go home then?
Yeah, there's no hope in this song.
Let's go get a drink.
Give the kid a little hope.
Just take that money you're going to save from the following Christmas and buy yourself something nice.
Will burn. Ladybug, ladybug, fly.
I can't believe this is what they're saying.
On fire and your children will burn.
Over and over again, too.
How great is that?
Children will burn.
I love that they're trying to tell a ladybug to get home to save that, but they're singing it so sweetly.
Yeah, it's such a nice. Will burn. Da da da.
Your baby's being raped. You better hurry home.
Who knew this was going on, man?
Your kids are all going to look like raisins with wigs. Nothing worse than a burn victim wig. Because it's always this perfect, and it never fits the head properly.
It's slightly askew.
It always looks like a hat. Because there's that space between the wig and the awful head. It's just, there's no way to fix it. There's nothing to integrate it with.
That's right.
There's no hairline.
There's no hairline at all. It's just like a stormtrooper hat.
Let's go to Rudy in Westchester. Rudy!
Hey, what's up, guys? How are you?
Hey.
I was watching that story on the news, and they showed a picture of the kid. The kid was absolute oblivious. He was in La La Land with this stupid look on his face, and he didn't know what the hell was going on. And the grandmother was going on about happy, 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 and horror, horror, horror. And it just seemed so weird that this kid even had a clue as to what was going on with these songs. And it's just like blew my mind because I didn't believe it at all. But it did run me into a state of paranoia and have to go, listen to my kids' toddlers' songs as well now.
Yeah, nobody pays attention to what their kids are watching or listening to.
Or playing on the computer or anything.
Doesn't matter. I was in a bookstore, kids' bookstore, buying some books for my daughter, and there was this older woman came in and said to everybody, it's a cheerful kids' bookstore in Hollywood. And then this lady comes in and asks the sales lady, I need a book for a 4-year-old boy whose father died.
They have that section.
They have a section for your dad just died, you idiot.
How about mommy's roommate? How about big mullet lesbian moved in?
You're moving into a small apartment with
a parade of uncles, losers.
Yeah. How about daddy had his brake lines cut, and mommy has a new check?
How about read the insurance policy?
Yeah.
We got to go into these bookstores now and get some of these titles. All right, there's more to the story.
The children will burn. That's nice.
I was really disturbed because my father is a retired fireman who recently actually just lost a close friend. So she's starting to grasp the concept of, death.
Is he a ladybug idiot?
My father's friend was recently swatted by a giant hand and killed.
Who cares
so
if ladybugs
she's
die?
starting to grasp the concept of, death.
I felt horrified because these babies are very precious to me.
And there were more tunes, like the Little Brown Jug.
Oh, Jug.
Little old shack we called our own. She loved gin and I loved rum. Boy, we had a lot of fun.
I mean, this is a toddler song.
It's about booze.
This is a toddler song?
Come on.
And this one, Casey at Bat.
Kill him, kill the umpire.
I mean, kill him, kill the umpire. I mean, that's not what you say to children.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, obviously, you never had any money on it.
Listen to the CDs first, you idiot.
Yeah.
And what's wrong with that? The children. It's not like you're saying molest the umpire.
No.
Or offer the umpire money to get in your van.
Kill him.
Kids.
No, it's been funny during the whole interview. A ladybug lands in her hand and
or an umpire walks in and she just yells at him.
Kill him.
kill him.
Maybe this kid's not sleeping well because his family sucks. His whole
Yeah.
family's a bunch of adults. And he's
Bunch
up
of
night going, how am I
idiots.
going to be raised by these jack-offs? How am I going to have any kind of a
Doomed.
life?
They're blaming the music, and they're like, we didn't know it was the music, because I would drink a lot, and my husband would hit me, and we would scream and yell, and he would wake up, and we didn't know it was the songs.
Hey, the kid should be happy he has his own CD player at that age.
Yeah, no kidding.
Jesus.
Now, one of the things you should know is that these nursery rhymes aren't exactly new. Some of them are classics, and they've been around for more than 100 years. In most cases, they were a history lesson, like when the ladybugs infested the fields of England. Hence the song, Ladybug, Ladybug, Fly Away Home. So the big question now is, are the words in these rhymes appropriate for today's generation of kids and parents?
Ew.
That's the big question.
We got to attack everything.
The big question is, why does America stink?
Yeah, that would be the bigger question.
I'm so tired of stuff like that.
No kidding. Nicole in New York.
How about London bridges falling down, but at least they're not jumping off it like they are the Golden Gate? Huh? That's the updated version for today's kids. Run with that. Go ahead, production staff, go.
Do it. My daughter, kids are supposed to not. My daughter and I were eating lamb chops one day, and she said, she's 3 years old at the time, and she said, where are we eating? And I said, lamb chops. And she'd been to a farm recently and petted a lamb. So she said, are there little lambs inside of this? And I said, no. I'd never made the connection with her that she eats animals.
What a stupid question.
Yeah, I know.
Little lambs inside. Of course there aren't.
Yeah.
You dope.
So I go, no, and she says, well, are these pieces of a lamb?
Ah, now she's catching on.
And I go, yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Just told her yes. So we're eating a lamb like the one I petted? And I said, yeah. And she says, I like lamb chops.
Oh.
She's like Hannibal Lecter. No, she likes eating
that.
There you go.
She likes eating animals. She's full aware that she,
Top of the food chain.
She loves ducks and she loves eating ducks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did the lamb make you perform fellatio? Did he sodomize you?
No. He was a good lamb.
Hey, let's go to Nicole. She's got something pretty good.
Hi. Yeah, I took my 3-year-old brother to the library, and the librarian pointed me over to this section. I guess he thought I was like some unwed teenage mother. So there's like, why you had sex when you were 10, and there's a book about Uncle Willy's pickles, and how to deal with molestation, and why is Daddy in a casket?
Wait a minute.
And they have
hold on.
Why is
I have an assignment.
Yes.
I have to read Uncle Willy's Pickles.
Yeah. Could someone go out and get Uncle Willy's pickles and get it over to XM for the second half of the show today?
Why is Daddy in a casket? Sounds awesome.
Yeah, maybe Daddy's a bad driver. Or maybe Daddy metal. Go ahead.
Oh, Nicole, it's going to be much more exciting here. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Nicole.
This whole section is like in the middle of the children's playroom, like pictures of really tickling kids, like awful, awful books.
You know, I want you to have a sandwich just full of Uncle Willy's pickles.
The thing that bothers me is that people want to protect their kids from reality, but then they want to sell them stuff. Like that's what's acceptable is like Fox Kids, where they're selling them toys and cereal with loud noise and MSG and sugar. Like, nobody cares about that. Yeah. That's fine. But don't mention to them that things do die and that it's okay that things die, especially if it's your stupid father.
Well, the daddy in the casket thing does seem a little morbid. Like, how could that possibly play out?
Maybe
Why is daddy in the casket? Well, he's going to be in it till bugs eat his face.
Yeah.
Daddy borrowed money from a man, and Daddy couldn't pay him back. It's a lesson. Maybe Daddy mingled with someone of a race that he shouldn't have. Here.
For the Brady kids, why is Daddy in such a little casket?
Why is Daddy face down in a casket with a permanent arch in his hips? Well, you know, that man, he played on TV.
Why is Daddy in a closed casket? Well, because his face is pulp. God. Because we couldn't reconstruct his...
No.
Maybe.
I wouldn't play that.
Do you think there's room in our society for these old-time classics?
No, I don't think so. The kids today are smart, and they can pick up on things like that.
Well, you know what? 100 years, one complaint. That's not too bad. Okay? All right? That's a good track record.
That's true.
Good point, Rich. Good point. Helium Comedy Club all weekend for Rich Vos.
And it could tie in, actually. We'll have to just change the update. How about immigrants? Immigrants fly away home. Huh? Give me those ribs, you.
Well, let's see what a child psychologist has to say about this issue.
There's nothing inherently wrong unless you want to do away with Snow White, Hansel and Gretel.
But child psychologist Dr. Victoria Beach doesn't understand what all the fuss is about. After all, she says, children have been listening to these nursery rhymes for more than 100 years.
Casey at the Bat was in 1888, and it was published in the newspaper. Very famous poem. Way over the head of toddlers.
Kill him! Kill the umpire!
Quite frankly, if you don't want your children to hear Kill the Umpire, you should never let them watch a baseball game.
And her advice to parents is simple.
Children will repeat what they hear. So if you don't want them repeating it, don't play it.
So for Mom and Dad, you heard the doc. The bottom line is pretty clear. Just use your discretion when it comes to your kids if you don't like what you hear.
Yeah, just let them listen to soulless Barney and Elmo.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Teach them nothing about anything and...
Or
milk toast.
They'll chase him across the street in Crown Heights with him.
What is wrong with him? Hey, we're going to find that book for Jimmy?
Oh, my God. Uncle Willy's pickles.
Where's that?
I'm obsessed with them.
We got to find that.
Uncle Willy's
pickles does he have?
I know, exactly.
A bunch of pickles.
Well, I guess Uncle Willy had a lot of friends who also had pickles.
We're going to do the walkover in a couple minutes here, so if you got that book, come find us. We'll let you check out the second half of the show.
Let's throw rocks through the moneylender's windows. It's based on history. Come on.
Let's take their teeth.
Oh, send them to the camps. Send them to the... What? It's history.
Send them to the camps and their luggage will follow. Luggage will follow. Yeah, that's true.
Use the hair for soap.
Yeah, just because it's based on history, one person's like, well, these are based on historical. Oh, okay. That's good.
We'll drop leaflets, then bomb them.
Yeah. Burn those shadows on the bridges. Burn the shadow.
Slaves are very useful.
They lift heavy things.
You get to own their children.
And you can examine their teeth first.
All right, let's get some plugs in. Rich Vos, thank you.
All right. You want to see a trailer? Scary trailer.
Yeah.
It's the they adopt a little girl.
The Orphan.
Holy! You've seen the trailer, right?
Oh, yeah.
I have not seen it. Does that one scare you?
No, she's a little creepy.
That trailer's not scaring you?
No, you know why? Because it doesn't look like an occult kind of a thing or a scary like thing. It looks like a fucked up chick that is fucking with a family really badly, like the Bad Son or one of those kind of movies.
Yeah.
So, but she's a little creepy looking.
I'm surprised that doesn't scare you.
Wednesday
Why?
Addams-ish looking.
Can we see the trailer? I haven't seen it. I saw a movie poster last night, and my girlfriend was kind of railing against it.
You want to see this trailer?
Yeah, I do actually, because we just used
that
blast
poster
it.
comes right out at you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Dude,
she
is
like
creepy.
She's gonna move. She is kind of
creepy.
creepy.
The next thing that Sirius XM has to work on is a visual element for our radio show, because how great would this be to play this trailer? Jimmy's looking at it for the first time, and then the people out there could be looking at the thing we're looking at.
Link it.
All right, hit play.
If I get frightened and leave, I'll come back.
Don't get frightened, Jimmy.
I will go with Jimmy just gets annoyed.
I might. This looks stupid to me. The title I don't like.
We're seeing kids for the first time this weekend. I'm ready to adopt.
Creepy old house, winter.
Adopting an older child is not an easy decision.
Older child.
Why aren't you down at the party?
I've never really seen the point of it. I guess I'm different.
There's nothing wrong with being different, you know.
Yeah.
This is an extraordinary little girl. She's very mature for her age. You seem to have made quite a
Why
connection.
wouldn't a black nun give him a little more info?
Yeah. It's your home, too. You're just as much part of this family as Danny and Max.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
This is our new student. I'd like
Peter
to welcome you. You're very
Sarsgaard.
welcome today.
Oh, look. Little Bo Peep texts me. She wants her outfit back.
Oh, shit.
All right, so it ain't our fault.
Esther, what are you doing?
Change her name
Something's
first.
happening to cause Esther to feel this way. I think there's something wrong with Esther.
You think?
We need to know what we're dealing with.
The swing set.
Finding her.
Now she looks
What kind of
creepy.
trouble?
Nothing has happened so far. Fucking Esther kicked the inside of a urinal.
I do it.
You'll never guess her secret.
Yeah.
She did a shitty movie.
I'm calling from the CERN Institute.
I knew Jimmy would be
How can we
annoyed.
have no record of her being there?
See, she might be a ghost, Jimmy.
Has never heard of her.
Oh, shit.
Oh no! She appeared behind with the lightning lit the room up, and she was there.
Yeah. Now she's in the car with their biological.
Oh, Mama, Esther's driving.
See, she put
I
the car
don't
in
think
neutral.
Mommy likes me very much.
This movie looks fucking annoying. It's like it's like The Omen with a vagina. Stupid.
Oh, I've got it.
She killed her family.
Is that teeth?
I can't do it anymore.
I have a surprise for you, Mommy.
Oh!
Surprise for Mommy.
It's a bad script. What's happening? Oh, so what?
That's the story. That's the glory of love.
Yuck.
Esther? Uh-oh.
Esther.
Oh, she woke up quickly.
Yeah, and then she pops out and scares the father. It's probably a moment where, like, early in the movie where she goes, "Gotcha, Daddy!" And he goes, "Oh,
Nothing really scary. You're right.
Movie looks like shit. That's supposed to be a chilling ending. It's not. That's the story of, that's the glory of love. That was like Nightmare on Elm Street ripoff, which was scary at Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
But when the, 1, 2, that was fucking scary.
Yeah.
This was not.
We should.
I actually want to download her version from iTunes.
I knew Jimmy wouldn't like that.
It was awful.
It's just like
Something's wrong with Esther. Her name?
her name's awful.
Well, they
What is that?
What is this?
It's your favorite.
Oh no, this
The
is
Unborn.
The Unborn. Ah!
Go back. Let me hear this trailer, too. I want to get it right.
Oh fuck! It's walking on. It's doing the crab walk.
Yeah, can I see the
upside
beginning
down.
again? There's a black man punching someone. Oh no. It's Isaac Hayes.
That looked like
It's the
that.
Duke of New York punching the unborn.
Baby was down when I got here, and the 4-year-old comes out as soon as I read to him.
Oh shit!
Okay, hang on. Some people are doorways. What are you doing, Maddie?
Holy shit!
He wants to be born now.
It's the same trailer.
No,
It's winter.
scary.
With your eye. What are you talking about?
One iris is a different color than the other, which happens occasionally when you're dealing with twins.
I'm an only child.
Ooh.
Oh boy!
It's a big reveal. She's not a twin.
Am I a twin, Dad?
He died while the two of you were still in utero.
Thanks for ruining like the whole movie, by the way.
Yeah, no kidding. These previews, stop. So the little kid is her twin?
By living, you denied
Great.
entry into our
I
world.
need to see this movie now.
He's a cute little boy.
I don't like this. This
Why?
is frightening me.
They're just showing,
Oh shit!
she's laying there. She's screaming, but you can't see it. It's like,
Oh, nice. The blankets are revealed.
It's impossible to be haunted.
The blankets pulled down and the little kid is
Oh, my God. The kid's got to go.
Why does the kid keep popping up uncomfortably?
He's scary.
To me is real.
Get out of here! Go!
Oh, what the fuck was that?
The boy is showing up all over.
Oh my God! Get the fuck out of here!
Really? That's scary.
Really? There's nothing scary here.
No, that thing was...
Just want this to be over.
They're trying to do something.
What's going on?
I don't know.
No, look.
The boy is showing up.
Oh, no!
He wants to be born now. All right. Enough of this fucking kid.
No, this is scary. Look, this thing it's chasing her around the house.
With a knife.
Redoing Rosemary's Baby or something has kind of that feel to it, no?
Look, that is fucking scary.
That looks scarier than the other one.
That is scary as shit.
The Orphan looks horrible.
Don't look.
Oh no, there's one where she was walking into a room. Is that Megan Fox?
She's pretty hot.
And she went to she was walking into a room and there was like a figure of a girl sleeping in a chair and she went to touch her and it's like that's obviously a dream segment.
When that old guy is fucking crawling and then his head spins around. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, why don't you stop being
like
such
that.
a queer?
Why?
All right.
I get petrified like a little pussy fairy Mary with these movies.
That was way scarier.
I want to make a horror movie where everybody's in a perfectly lit room, and the ghost just kind of goes, "Ghost here."
That wouldn't be scary, Jim.
It would. Then you open the door, it's somebody in a white hood, and he's like, "Boo!"
Oh, awful movie maker, Jim.
That'd be great.
New news teasers.
Love the horror, the fear, the terror. I heard a couple last night. One was about SUVs, and I drive an SUV. And it's like, if you drive an SUV, you're not going to want to miss our next report. I'm like, oh, shit, I'm tired. The Yankee game's over. The news is late. I'm going to miss it, and I do own an SUV. Now what?
If something happens...
Now what? I'm going to drive to work going, there was a story about me last night. I'm driving an SUV, and I have
nobody to blame but myself.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, we'll start with this fine news tease. We're looking for the rest of America to help us out. They kind of bailed on this bit.
Pitch in. Does it happen elsewhere?
It happens everywhere. It happens on your local news every single night.
Mm-hmm.
That's scary news tease. Something that's going to kill you.
Right.
The Jets and Giants score a new stadium. The price tag $800 million. So how much will it cost you?
Oh shit! $600 million? I hope not. I don't even have that on hand. I'm not liquid.
Doug Forrester wants you to buy the stadium.
I'm already broke from that chemical spill earlier. My checks aren't long enough.
How do you write that in? You got to spell really small.
How do you add all those zeros? Oh, that's great.
Okay, I'll foot it, but can you not cash the check till next Wednesday? I got to make a deposit.
What do you think when you hear that on TV? Are you thinking, it might cost me $10?
$10 maybe. At most.
$100 maybe?
At most.
At most?
I'm not paying for anything until the Jets get a quarterback.
And then they'll be able to make money off the stadium, which will add to the economy, which they never put it that way. That stadium they wanted to build here in Manhattan, it would have been a nightmare for commuters and everything like that, but they wanted to build a stadium for the Jets here in Manhattan. It was a huge issue in New York City, and the mayor wanted it done, everyone. But the people that came out against it, they're like, you know how much this is going to cost? This is money that could be better spent on education and this, that, the other. It's like, you know how much money in jobs that would have created? Just to build the fucking thing?
It wasn't the cost that I was against. It was the friggin' traffic and the...
Right. Well, that was...
They were going to park in Jersey and bring people over on boats.
Yeah, they were going to have a separate ferry like that just to bring people over.
And there's a monster out there, isn't there?
Yeah, they call him Huddy.
Huddy?
Huddy, the Hudson River Monster.
Huddy. All right. You want the next one here?
Sure.
Scary news teasers.
And it's not your kid's lunch that could make them sick. It's what they're carrying it in.
I wouldn't eat out of one of these.
Your kids could be having toxic lead for lunch.
That is a good one.
Wow.
Toxic lead for lunch?
I gotta watch this. What was it?
That
like an old lunchbox from the 50s or something?
One of those ancient thermoses. Remember the horror nightmare stories of the glass thermos when you were a kid? Because they were glass.
Right.
You had the Thermos brand thermos. It kept things hot or cold.
They would shatter every
They were
once in a
magical.
while, right?
And sometimes they would shatter. And it was always this horror that you were going to take a big swig of something in your thermos and not know that it had broken. And there was an urban legend back then about some kid that did that and just ripped his throat
That's
apart.
why you got to use the big cup with the little handle.
That stupid cup.
Nah,
Stupid
that
cup.
wasn't manly.
The cup cap.
The stupid cup.
Let's go to Brian in Chicago. Brian.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Pretty good, buddy.
Hey, listen, last Sunday I was watching the football game, and at halftime they brought out a news tease. Are the games your kids be playing deadly? And it was going to be on 6 o'clock news on Monday night.
Are the games your kids playing deadly?
Yeah.
Well, if they're in the Mojave Desert with guns and dune buggies.
No one died.
Well, you got to tape that stuff for us,
Got
Brian.
shot.
Somebody took a hit, but nobody died.
No one died. We evac'd them out of there like MASH.
You guys
on the hood of a Jeep.
You guys got to start sending these
tied
incomes.
down like a deer. Stop your crying. It was only a 22. Walk it off.
Yeah, man. I'm 9.
All right.
But
Well, when you
but it
see
was
this,
Monday night though.
Yeah,
Monday night news on Sunday afternoon. They put the tease out.
well, we could use you guys' help every once in a while. If you see this stuff, tape it and send it in to us. All right.
All right.
Thank you, Brian. Ready for the next one?
Yes.
That was good though. Are your kids eating toxic lead for lunch?
Lead.
Plus, a small crack found in the nuclear power plant. What's leaking from Indian Point?
Oh, God.
Jelly. What do you think is leaking?
They had a problem at Indian Point. They shut it down for a while for maintenance, and it was all based on the electrical system in there. It had nothing to do with the reactor, the containment, or anything radioactive. But to make it sound, Indian Point? Oh, shut down? Whoa, what's leaking? Oh, my God. Stop it. Stop trying to scare us.
Toxic monsters. 2 words. Toxic monsters.
Oh, my
Brendan. Brendan.
Hello.
What's going on, boys?
What's up? Let's go.
Happy birthday, Adam.
Just go with it, Adam.
Okay.
Say thanks.
Hey, Ope, do you really think that lead scare is really that bad? I mean, you ate out of a cement paper bag for how many years?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's taken on a life of its own. A lot of people think every day I brought my lunch to school in a cement bag, but it was just every once in a while.
Fertilizer bags the rest of the days, or what?
It was big King Cullen shopping bags, if you need to know.
All
Oversized
right.
bags for one lousy Pepperidge farm-breaded peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Worst bread ever, by the way.
And a rotten apple. Not a rotten apple, an apple with a bruise.
Pepperidge Farm is brilliant. They figured out how to sell stale bread and make people buy it. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Yeah, remember when you bought this bread? It was about 6 weeks ago.
For the rest of the country, this bread is as thin as a CD.
Yeah, it's real thin, and it's not soft.
It's not really white bread. It's kind of beigeish.
If you tried to fold it in half, it would break. You keep folding it, and it just keeps breaking. I want big bread.
Insisted on making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches on that stuff.
Catastrophe.
The jelly would leak through. Oh. Then I would have the apple with the one bruise because those apples were cheaper. And this whole mess would be in a cement paper bag. Yes, it's true.
You couldn't spread. You ever try to put like butter on that bread?
I know.
Forget about it.
I know.
You end up with this shredded mess.
Yeah. All right.
It's like Auschwitz bread.
Yeah.
That's the stuff they...
I like Wonder Bread. Fresh out of the package. You used to have to dig into the middle of the loaf to get, like, the middle of the loaf, 2 slices.
And it stayed soft a long time.
All right. I dreamed of that bread, guys.
Wonder Bread?
Yeah, when I went to my friends' houses, and I was able to have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on Wonder Bread, I felt like I was on vacation.
Yeah.
And you could use the Wonder Bread bag as a colorful little balloon when you were done. Blow it up and tie a string on it and drag it around.
Really?
Yeah, that was when we used to take the stick and the hoop and knock it down the street. Watch somebody bicycle by on that bicycle with a big front wheel and a little back one.
Ride on the ice truck.
Look at me getting involved in my I'm a vampire thing.
So cute. Here's another news tease. A scary news tease.
Evacuation route chaos. Not enough help on the way. Skating rinks become morgues. It's a harsh reality. But if catastrophe strikes, the Bay State is not prepared. CBS 4's Joe Shortsleeve exposes major flaws in the plans to protect your family. Dealing with disaster. Tonight at 11 on CBS 4.
But first, Bill Longpants on how
If you're gonna work in the, come up with a fake name, stupid.
What are you doing?
Joe Shortsleeve. Yeah, he's the guy up in Boston.
name.
Kevin Khaki Pants reviews.
He used to do, I think, weather. Ben can help me out on that. He did weather, and all of a sudden they made him this important reporter.
With a short
Joe
sleeve.
Shortsleeve.
Funny.
Yes. Joined by weatherman Bob Cufflinks.
Omar Overalls with sports.
That is the worst name. We weren't even goofing on the fact that the story stunk.
We get it. You need attention.
The Bay State, what was the story about? Like, the Bay State
No
having some kind of
evacuation.
disaster? No evacuation plan.
No evacuation route, and
What's
people are going
happening
to
up
die
there?
at the ice skating rink.
Yeah, the ice skating rink is going to be a morgue, and
The reality is we have
you're really
built up,
skilled at your skating.
we have built up these American cities to the point that if you had to get out, you really can't get out anymore.
You can't get out of Manhattan on
Houston,
a Friday.
Houston proved that. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
some of those people were stuck in traffic for a couple days straight.
Yeah. Some people, and that's with a disaster that you have advance notice of.
Right.
A hurricane. Hurricane is like, hey, people leave. If there is a disaster that's instant or impending, like within hours, people in cities, you're fucked.
You're
That's
fucked.
all there is to it. Some will get out.
Oh, they got
some won't.
And all these cities, all the cities have plans, but they're not going to work.
Mm-hmm. You ever step
what
on an
plans
anthill?
okay, what plans?
You ever step on an anthill?
Yeah.
You ever notice through the big pile of dead ants that there's a few that are chugging along?
Mm-hmm.
They make it.
Yeah. They're the ones that look up
You-
in the sky and
Yeah.
see a giant fetus heading toward them, and they know enough to
Big
get out.
Fetus.
They're the ones that get to tell the stories.
Yeah. You tell the story.
Of the giant heel.
Right. That's what people are.
Oh, we
There'll
saw
be a
was-
big pile of dead ants, but a few will somehow
make it.
manage to have made it out.
And they got evacuation routes and stuff. I see the little blue signs.
Yeah.
There's an official evacuation
route. Oh, the one that's full of traffic every day just on a regular commuting basis.
Right.
That's wonderful. This will work well.
I love the ramp up to Y2K. That nothing made me happier than seeing people buy like 18 generators.
I
and
still have 73 cans of soup.
For what?
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to the next news tease.
Warning, the beverage you are about to enjoy is hot. Warning, this product contains a chemical. Warning, cap may blow off, causing serious injury. Consider yourself warned.
From popcorn to peanuts to cooking oil. Look around. It seems there are warning labels on everything. Soon you might even see a warning label on these. Potato chips? That's right. One of our favorite snack foods might soon come with a disclaimer.
What? What the hell could that be about?
Olestra?
That's great. Oh, I'm going to have some chips. Oh, Jesus, my chip bag exploded.
We're not even safe from potato chips?
Fuck. Oh, M&M's. God, my windows are... Ah, no.
Hey, Aunt, want some good and plenty?
What could potato chips possibly do to you? What? Let me think.
A slow death.
I'm really
sure-
going to think.
I'm sure it clogs up the arteries, but
Now-
that takes a good 20, 30 years, no?
Now, soda, no, because that sounds like it's some kind of instant thing. Like soda, you got a warning on the lid. It says, watch out, don't point toward face when opening. Is this a bottle? Like, who does that anyway? But you can understand it might fly off and pop you in the face, so they got to put the disclaimer on there.
And that shit is just there to thin the herd a little bit. If you're stupid enough to poke out an eye from
With a soda bottle.
That whole thing started off, you might poke your eye out. That whole
you
thing.
Could poke your eye out. What you're opening it up with your eyelids. But potato chips, I'm thinking the bag. All right, if it pops, maybe you get it in your eye.
No, there's
no?
not enough pressure to shoot
What
a potato
about
chip in there.
you're eating? You ever eaten a potato chip and someone makes you laugh and you inhale and potato chip dust goes down your throat and you cough a lot?
Maybe.
Your friends laugh.
Almost
at you.
killed Bush.
That's true.
He choked on a pretzel.
Oh, pretzel. I'm sorry, another dangerous snack food.
I can't figure out what. Now, I would have liked to have seen that story.
Well, let's listen again. And if someone knows the answer to this dumb
Did someone
little
see
riddle,
it?
please call the show.
Warning, the beverage you are about to enjoy is hot. Warning, this product contains a chemical. Warning, cap may blow off, causing serious injury. Consider yourself warned.
From popcorn to peanuts to cooking oil. Look around. It seems there are warning labels on everything. Soon, you might even see a warning label on these. Potato chips? That's right. One of our favorite snack foods might soon come with a disclaimer.
You know, it's
going crazy for what?
When I was doing that trailer that I did for you guys, and then I did the anniversary piece, I was going through music libraries, and I have a news music library from like the late 80s, early 90s. And then I've got this one library that's news music that news stations nationwide are using right now. The difference is unbelievable.
Really?
It's gone from that dun 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 dun. It's gone from that. I was going through the CD last week, and it's movie trailer music. The news music that they're using now, it sounds so much like movie trailer music.
Oh, yeah. Ominous and
And you listen to that guy's voice, you know, after he did that, he went and did like some Armageddon fucking trailer, you know?
Right, let's go to Rob in Jersey. He might have the answer. Rob, go ahead.
So.
Hey, what's up, boys?
Hey, Rob.
I was watching that news clip, and what it is they're saying that potato chips are going to give you cancer. There's a predominant ingredient inside of some makers of potato chips, and it says it's going to give you cancer if you eat them within 5 or 6 years.
At this point, can we acknowledge that everything causes cancer?
Yeah. Right?
Fucking assholes, punching out.
All right. Everything causes cancer. Period.
Acrylamide. Acrylamide.
Acrylamide?
Acrylamide.
What's acrylamide?
It's in your potato chips. Look out. It's coming to get you.
Has it always been in there?
Of course it has.
Well, then how come we're just hearing about acrylamide now?
Who would put it in? Doug Forrester.
He wants
But
you
what
to
I'm
eat
saying
potato
is,
chips.
What have
Doug
you done to
Forrester's backing cancerous potato chips.
Doug Forrester wants you to get lymphoma.
He's feeding them to your children.
All right, here we go. Want to move on to the next one?
Yeah.
All right.
Possibly on the loose in New Jersey, 3 mice carrying the plague. How they could get out, and are you in danger?
Bring out your dead.
Bring out your dead. Oh.
The plague.
No.
That's funny.
Be gone, there's plague here. Like you'll be hanging out your door in tattered garments. There's sickness here. Be gone. Be gone.
Anthony, what happened the first time the plague came around?
It was really bad. The wagons and the bodies and the burning. It was awful. I don't want to go through that again. The plague. 3 plagued mice. They're roaming around.
How they
Jersey.
run.
Yeah.
3 plagued mice.
I'm waiting to hear the trailer. Polio. It's come to your town. Are you next? Fucking polio. The plague.
The plague. That's it. We're going to have to look out. Because everyone gets the image of the plague. You know the plague? People get it. Every year, people get it.
Called HIV.
Get a shot for it. The HIV. It was actually the plague. Same thing that was the plague in ancient times. But there's a cure for it. People get it, and then they get cured.
What is the cure?
Who gets it?
Penicillin?
They're trying to. I don't know who gets it. I believe the same people that get the Hunter virus out there in Arizona, like some Indians, they get it. But people do get it every year. People get the plague. But the way they make it sound, they want it to sound. They want to conjure up an image that you're going to have to lower the drawbridge and send someone out for some medicine. And hope they make it back, and the barbarians don't cut them down en route.
Put leeches on you.
Yeah, leeches. You'll be in the bed with the family all around with that bowl of water that they keep
sitting there wringing out the
blood
rag
water.
Put the leeches on you.
The FDA actually just reapproved leeches. They're starting to use it during surgery for people like getting hands reattached and stuff.
Really?
It helps like circulate the blood.
If you're going to that doctor, there's a problem.
We've got some leeches.
I won't go to the leech doctor.
All right, we're going to back up. Someone wants to explain the chip cancer. Rick, in New York. Rick?
Hey, boys. Hey, it's when the oil and the potato goes together, that's when they cook them, that makes the chemical. They got some fucked up name for it. I can't remember what it is.
Well, you know something, sir, please, in layman terms, stop with the technical jargon. You know, we got to understand what you're talking about.
I didn't understand them either. All I know is it makes some fucking chemical.
I find that hard to believe.
whatever it is, that's what it makes. I don't know. It's supposed to kill you.
All right.
They say if you eat a bag a week for the next year, you'll die of cancer.
A bag a week.
And where are you getting this information from?
My cousin told me.
It was on CNN the other day. Yeah, I heard it on the XM CNN channel.
All right. Thank you.
I always wonder what happens if they take that shit out, the stuff that makes, like, gives you cancer. Like this acrylamide,
thalidomide?
Or whatever it is. It's a deadly neurotoxin, is what I'm hearing now.
And the Pringles people said, let's put that in?
Yeah, let's put in. It's tasty and all, but we really are lacking a deadly neurotoxin, I think. If we could just get that in there, we'd have a perfect chip.
Yeah, that brings the whole flavor together.
Yeah. Like they can't find one thing that tastes better that isn't a deadly neurotoxin. How about a harmful neurotoxin? Is there a tasty, harmful neurotoxin? They had to go right for the deadly one.
I'm starting to think I should have paid
sour
more
cream
attention.
and neurotoxin.
Yeah, school.
Sour cream and neurotoxin.
All right, why don't we go on to the next news tease here?
Yes.
Coming up next tonight, it's a secret that some schools don't want you to know about. How safe is the college that your kids are going to?
College?
College?
How safe? It's a secret.
Will you leave these parents alone? They're already bummed that their kids are out of the house.
Oh, no, malfunction.
Oh, there we go. Hello? Hello? Hi. Harvard? Yeah, this is Yale. Yeah, you know that's...
It's not safe here.
What secret? They make it sound like there's a conspiracy. Like the colleges are conspiring with this secret that they don't want people to know.
Everybody knows but you.
Because it's not safe. There's chips on the menu. Potato. Yeah, there's cancer chips.
We now have a guy that works for the chip company. Ben's raw ass. Who knew? Ben's raw ass. What's up?
Yeah,
now we know why you got your nickname if you're eating all these chips with the
Olestra.
With the Olestra.
Little leakage.
Little leakage happening.
My ass is killing me. I work for a chip company, and I'm looking at every single fucking bag, and I can't see anything on the back, any ingredients that say that chemical's in there. So I have no clue. It must be before they make it, maybe, whenever the oil or something that they cook it in.
Yeah, what does it say? Like vegetable oil or something?
Yeah, maltodextrin.
Because then you could look into it, you know. It's like if your ingredients on a food said Drano, you wouldn't go, well, that sounds deadly. It sounds fun. But it's what's in the Drano that gets you, my friend.
Who wouldn't want to drink Drano?
Of course.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
We have one more news tease, Anthony.
Oh.
This one is classic.
The health crisis we may not be ready for.
We're talking about a bigger catastrophe than 9/11 and Katrina.
A pandemic so big it could wipe out billions, and we don't have enough shots.
What? They win. They win with the scary news tease. They got to wiping out billions.
They covered all the bases, too. 9/11, Katrina.
9/11 wipes out billions.
Katrina scares people.
No chance of hope.
No chance of hope.
They
there's
got
nothing
all
we
the
can
features.
do about it.
Now, how do you compete against that news tease? You can't. Unless the planet's exploding. The entire, which they do occasionally talk about an asteroid. Could it be heading to our planet?
Will Bruce Willis save us?
Yeah. It's the same thing. They win.
But couldn't that be a good thing? If it, like, hit China?
Yeah, those fuckers keep pirating my shit.
And they're making oil prices too high.
That's right. They're eating up all the oil.
That's
we should
a good
send
one.
them potato chips.
You know what? You know what else the news has done? I don't know if anyone's noticed this. It's a little subtle. It's with the weather. A few years back, all of them were crowing about their Doppler radar. Doppler's very big on the news. Tells you what direction the wind's going, the rain, the wet. Doppler's all you heard about. Then they figured they had to put a number after it to make their Doppler, because then all the stations had Doppler, to make theirs better than the other guy.
Yeah, Doppler 4.
So now Channel 4 had the Doppler 4,
right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they went to 4,000.
Okay.
The Doppler 4,000. Then Channel 7 said Doppler 7,000. Now the 7,000's 3,000 better than the 4,000. So Channel 4. So now I turned on CBS the other day. I'm not kidding you. I thought it was a joke. They went to the Doppler 2 million. Dude, CBS weather. I started laughing. I'm like, they win. No one's going to go 7 million now.
They have to go 7 million.
They got so pissed off that they just said, make it 2 million.
Doppler Infinity.
We win.
They'll show like a Cray supercomputer with like the smoke coming out the top.
Like the man in the cave in the Twilight Zone episode.
You could beat Doppler Infinity, though.
How?
Doppler Infinity plus
one, no backs. I
did
was
not
cracking
get the
up.
Doppler 2 million.
CBS is now using the Doppler 2 million. It was the Doppler 2000.
And they still can't tell us when it's going to rain.
No, it's the same. Believe me, it's the same Doppler. It's the same Doppler it was when it was the Doppler 2000.
It's the same shit. Some fat engineer in some stupid tiny little office said, all right, here.
Yeah, Fred Doppler.
Here's your machine to hopefully get the weather right. I don't know if this shit's going to work, but give it a try. Give it a fancy name, marketing, and we're all set to go.
Doppler.
All right. We can't end the News Tease segment without playing our favorite one of all time.
Favorite one ever.
And we got new listeners every day, so we got to play it again.
Mm-hmm.
This is our favorite. Did any of the ones today beat the one that we're about to play?
I like the Mike, the plague carrying.
Yeah. Plague's good. The lead is good. They were all very good.
Which
you could
was
tell
the
a
best
lot
one?
of time went by between us doing
The plague
this
was
bit.
the best one?
I like the plague.
There's a lot of mystery in the
and the
plague.
morgue, the
Yeah.
ice skating rink morgue.
Ice skating rink morgue. Dude, they were all very good.
But this one was the best today?
Possibly on the loose in New Jersey. 3 mice carrying the plague. How they could get out, and are you in danger?
It's like a jailbreak or something.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. How they could? You know how they're not even out. How
Well,
they
yeah,
could get
how
out?
they could get out. They're on the loose in Jersey, so they're probably in wherever they were.
Yeah.
But they got out like they're in some hospital
Right.
or research
They're in a
lab.
lab somewhere.
They escaped from their cage and they're running around in that place.
It'll be like the opening of 28 Days Later.
Yeah, with the
Just wake up in a hospital bed.
The Doppler 2 million?
Yeah.
Look what O-Town has. Sean in Orlando. Sean?
Hey, what's up, guys? Well, thanks for putting me on from the land of douchebag radio.
All right.
O-Town.
I have a Viper radar. Viper definitely beats Doppler.
Viper definitely sounds like it beats Doppler.
It beats Doppler.
Viper
It has
radar?
to.
They go to their
Viper.
Viper. Do they have a cool graphic that says Viper?
Yeah, it's big, giant, bold letters, VIPIR, and the way they even emphasize it when they say it. I'll see if I can get some sound on it. On the Viper radar. The Viper radar with the new tropical waves that won't even come near us. Viper radar.
You're in Orlando. What channel has the Viper?
Channel 6, and they'll even send you the Viper radar to your cell phone.
Oh, well then, God, that is the best thing ever.
We
Who doesn't
kick
want
your
Viper?
ass with the Viper radar.
The paper covers Viper.
Thank you, Sean.
If little Jimmy's listening, happy birthday, Jimmy.
All right. How do you beat Viper radar?
News 12 on Long Island, which is the joke of news.
Ghetto.
It is the joke. If you're watching News 12, just jump off of something that
News
will
12,
kill you.
planes hit the buildings on September 11th. News 12, Doug left the window open in Setauket.
Let's just put it this way. When I was in communications in Geneseo State University, my friend, and I got my degree, I went to News 12 to get either a sportscasting job, a weather job, or a reporting job.
Yeah.
And I made it pretty high up without any experience.
Really?
I was almost hired.
It was between him and Tommy Tube Socks.
When they say things like, from Montauk to Manhasset, you're like, all right, that covers a few miles.
The rest of the country, that's 20 miles.
Yeah, it's
25
really
miles.
not all that bad.
Right.
How much shit can happen in that span? On an island, by the way, that is,
14 miles wide.
14 miles wide.
Yeah.
So you're talking maybe it's 50 miles between Montauk and Manhasset, but it's a strip that's 10 miles wide.
We cover breaking news from mall to mall.
News 12 calls it the double Doppler. Double, it's twice as gooder.
Someone else saying in Ohio they got the dual Doppler.
Dual Doppler?
Kevin?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey.
Yeah, Columbus, Ohio, man. They got the guy comes on. We got dual Doppler, and the best is it's with the 3-degree guarantee.
3-degree guarantee, so they guarantee their temperature within 3 degrees. Do you think you're standing out there going, he said it was 65, and I know it's 68. I know it.
My nipples don't pop unless it's 68.
Kevin, what do they get? A guarantee has to be backed up with something. What do they give you if they're wrong?
I have no idea. They've never said. All they do is guarantee it for
If you're guaranteeing something,
free coupons.
Look
to
into this,
Wendy's,
because I'm
you
a
think?
shareholder, and I want my guarantee backed up.
Give you an Islanders calendar.
He lied.
All right.
All right,
Still hurts,
check
you
it
know.
Dual Doppler. Stop it,
you know.
Bill.
Bill, go ahead, Bill.
Hey,
Hey.
in Cape Girardeau, we have triple Doppler.
They all are trying to outdo each other with their Doppler. That is hysterical.
Wow.
A schizophrenic could go into shock watching these the three sweeps of the triple Doppler going through.
Oh, so it's 3 sweeps. It's the triple
yeah.
Doppler. Because in one sweep, you don't get enough information.
No.
In that other second it takes to complete a rotation, you might miss something.
Well,
right.
Oklahoma has you beat, sir. Let's go
No.
to Jason. Jason.
Yeah, we have the double Doppler in Oklahoma City, the North and South Doppler.
North and South Doppler. But
We have
what
to hear
about
about
East
this
and
shit.
West, sir?
Well, you can't
I
have
don't know.
one guy for the big job. You got to have 2 guys
Two
for
guys.
the job.
You know, we had to hear about that shit for 2 months while they were putting it together for the height of tornado season around here.
All right, you guys are well protected. The
Yeah.
North and South Doppler. Let's go to Connecticut and say hi to Jay. Jay?
Yo, what's on, guys?
Hey.
Hey, New Haven, Connecticut, Channel 8, Super Doppler.
Super Doppler. Well, I'm
Yeah.
getting reports that CNN or Fox, which one is it, has Titan Doppler. Titan Doppler 3000.
Someone's got to call these people
Titan
out on
Doppler
this.
beats it.
They're so full of shit.
You covered my part, man.
All right.
Is this true, Super Mega Doppler?
Let's go to
Super mega Doppler.
Are you kidding me?
Just use the lottery logic. What are they calling the lottery these days? Just add Doppler on it.
Greenville networks have NBC Doppler 4. Fox, NBC has Doppler 4. CBS has Viper. And Fox has Genesis. It's 3 radars. 3 radars. Is the Genesis Doppler?
It's like the Genesis project?
You will hand over all information on the Genesis Doppler. Khan! He tasks me with his Doppler.
I know how you beat it, by the way.
How?
One of these channels has got to have the balls to just say, fuck the Dopplers, we have God.
Right.
God tells us.
God is our weatherman.
And then NBC will go, we have God 2, God 3000. Our mega God is telling us they're building a golden idol with a ram's head on it. He has told us the weather. Please bring us back
Where's
to that.
your Doppler now?
We have God as our weatherman.
Oh, that is fantastic.
Or just go the opposite and go, fuck the Dopplers. We have Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie.
You know,
I don't know what it is. He always knows the weather. Every time he sits out on his porch, you walk up, he says it's going to rain. Later tonight, it rains.
Yep. His
we have
knee
Rain
hurts
Man.
and he's right.
His knee hurts.
We have Rain Man.
Why are there no Native American weathermen? That would make sense. Because you would
Wouldn't you
actually
trust
believe.
him?
Yes.
A weatherman you can trust. Oh, much
Many
rain
moons.
across plains. How did you find out it was going to rain? Buffalo start running toward river. Tell 'em me gonna be heat wave. All right. Thank
Yankee
you.
game rained out Saturday.
We have our Ugga Kanaka 4000 has told us.
The Doppler Cherokee 4000.
We have Tomahawk 400.
Let's go to our 5 Tomahawk forecast for the week. He's giving the forecast Monday 3-piece pipes.
Wow. Brilliant stuff.
Doppler 10,000, NBC 10 in Philly has the Mega Doppler. Yeah, they've all tried to win at the Doppler Wars. Just something that
And that's why we assault the media.
They suck.
They have become a joke.
Mm-hmm.
And we love exploiting that with our Assault on the Media campaign. The contest for October has begun, Anthony.
Yes.
Another MiFi is up for grabs for the best Assault on the Media.
Our Assault on the Media 4000, by the way. It's our newest Assault on the Media.
I'm kind of bummed because I asked for better prizes for October. The MiFi's great.
Islander schedule?
A day
What
with
do we
the
got?
show is great, but that's it. That's all we have for October so far. We need some of the sponsors to come to the plate and give us some
Step up.
shit to give away.
They'll step up.
By the way, it's Rocktober.
That's right.
That's right.
He's still working on rock radio.
Oh, that was the hackiest shit. When my first radio station, there was like, it's now never say it's October when you're on there. You have to say it's Rocktober.
On this Rocktober 5th, Rocktober.
Anyway, we got the Assault in the Media contest happening. The rules are online, I guess. Don't touch a reporter, but you can do anything else, basically, okay? Just get the name of the show out there on live TV with signs, masks.
Take down their Doppler 4000.
Air horns.
This guy,
yes, Anthony.
He's suggesting one of these, he's saying one of these stations has the Doppler Cramden, where it certainly looks like rain tonight.
All right, Ralph, now that the whole neighborhood looks like rain.
Home a little early, eh, Garrity? Would the saloon burn down? Garrity, a loudmouth upstairs.
Yeah. All right, here we go. So our best news tease. Eventually we're trying to find one that will beat this one. This is our favorite of all time.
One city wants to pack all their sex offenders into a 3-block area. Problem is, it could be right next to your house.
Yahoo! Best one ever.
Yeah. The Plague, you guys thought it was good, right?
Yeah, no, that's not as good as
There, you know why? Because there is a slight possibility that those mice can squeeze under that door wherever they are and get out.
Yeah, but they screwed it up because they said it might get out.
Right, but
That's
you
what
know
screwed up
something?
that whole thing.
But they might. There is not a chance in hell they are ever putting a state's whole roster of sex offenders in a 3-block area in your neighborhood. It ain't gonna happen. Who's doing that?
Doug Forrest.
Right, Doug Forrest.
Of course it's Doug. It has to be Doug.
Who's doing that? Who's trying to sell that? We got all these sex offenders. What do you want to do with them? Here's the neighborhood. Looks good on the map. Why don't we just put them all there? It's a 3-block radius.
Doppler radar reports all the sex offenders have moved to 13 Elm Street.
One area right there.
It's raining sperm today.
It ain't gonna happen. That is Panicky Pete. Panicky Pete short sleeve.
You know, the business guys, the opportunists out there, there's going to be all sorts of great shops opening up in that neighborhood.
Oh,
the trench coat store.
Yes.
What else?
We're running a special on garbage bags and duct tape.
Oh, here we go. The latest scary news teases.
Stingrays, are they hurting your kids?
Ooh.
Right.
Are they?
Hopefully.
How stingrays could shut down religion.
They're going to pack stingrays into a 3-block area. Do they?
Problem is, it could be in the Yates tub.
Oh, wow.
That could have saved us some time. 5 little stingrays, drop them in the bathtub. Well, we all enjoy a cup of coffee in the morning, just about all of us.
Oh, boy. I do.
Here's the latest,
by the way,
scary news tease.
Very common item in the scary news tease. Yeah. Usually pops up.
Well, because everyone's drinking it.
Yeah.
Just about everyone.
And a health warning if you drink coffee, how just 1 cup can trigger a heart attack. Who's most at risk?
Jesus.
All right, now everyone that
coffee alone?
Everyone that drinks coffee has to, because now are you at risk? The only detail they gave right there is that you drink coffee,
and it could be as little as 1 cup.
1 cup, yeah.
1 cup of coffee.
1 cup. Okay, there's the details. You drink 1 cup, you might get a heart attack. Now now you tune in, and obviously it's probably people with high blood pressure, maybe fat people. Do you remember, Danny?
Yeah, it had something to do. It was a certain type of medication.
Okay.
Well.
Why did they say that?
Because they didn't want to. Because then people would go, "I'm not on any kind of medication. I don't have to watch."
Why'd they say if you take so and so and you drink coffee, you could be at risk for a heart attack? That would make sense.
Because this is all about getting viewership up. That's all. They don't give a crap about us.
I have coffee every morning. That frightened me.
But you don't take so and so.
Does that make
so and so?
Does that make the Hall of Fame?
No. I don't think that makes the Hall of Fame.
It's a good one, but
it's a good one.
Doesn't make the Hall of Fame. Okay. Well, a lot of us have laptops, don't we?
Yes. I have a MacBook.
Oh boy, I have a few of them around the house.
I have everyone has a laptop, pretty much.
Yeah.
These days, well, we're not safe from our laptops.
Laptops catching fire, even exploding?
It is documented. It has happened to people.
Find out if you have to worry about your computer.
Are you...
Computer Week on the Discovery Channel. When computers attack.
All right. Let me just... I think your stories on laptops exploding are ridiculous. Thank you. And scene.
We're not safe from laptops.
Does that make the Hall of Fame?
Exploding laptop.
Pretty ridiculous, but no.
What happened with your... Every time I hit the escape button, a big fist would come out and just hit me.
You know, as a goof, like one of these computer makers... They should trigger it so if you type in LOL, your computer explodes.
Oh, it should.
Or like every time you type
ROTLO.
Yeah, if you put like one of those little abbreviations, a little hole in your computer, and AIDS just squirts out at you. Like a clown, like a funny clown flower.
AIDS squirting out of your laptop? Don't type in LOL.
Ugh. All right, here's the next scary news tease. Oh, what's up with the exploding laptops? Do you have an answer to that, Danny?
Yeah, that was some Dell, certain model of Dell came with a certain battery.
Yeah.
That was recalled.
Is that what it was? Or was
the battery recall? That was
it was a battery.
When you get a hold of the Indian people on the phone for customer service, you throw it against the wall, and it sounds like an explosion.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I had to check the serial numbers on my Dell.
Yeah.
And they were fine.
Mine gets really hot, though. A lot of times with your laptop, you just close it, and then you put it in your case and you travel. I have a Dell laptop. That is what I've always had. And it's, like, really hot once in a while, which means...
Wait, is it still running? You like have it in sleepy mode, and you put it in your bag?
Sure.
Why not just shut it off?
Don't yell at me. Yeah, I probably...
Because what are you doing? Taking it on airplanes?
Yeah, but then I'll open it sometimes, and it's I don't know why I do it. I'm just in a rush. I'm busy.
That annoys me, that you're putting a laptop that isn't shut off in your carry-on bag, and then do you put it in the overhead bin?
Yeah.
And then
I wrap it in a blanket.
And then you wait until takeoff. So, theoretically, a battery can catch fire in that overhead bin in between the time you're allowed to use it and not allowed to use it.
It's not supposed to, though. A lot of times I don't even take it out.
It's
for
not supposed
the whole
to.
5 hours.
Planes are never supposed to crash either.
Well, I mean, like, you're supposed to be able to do that. You're supposed to be able just to close your thing and it just shuts down.
It goes into, like, sleepy mode.
I like
But it's still kind of going.
My computer's... I actually make people whisper.
There are laptops
on a plane! Laptops on a plane! Exploding laptops!
Wait, speaking of noise...
On a mother-effing plane!
Did Eric tell... maybe we could do that story later. All right, he had a really good story about an airplane, what happened on his plane.
All right, cool. We'll do it after the break.
Please, it's a gem.
E-Rock, practice your story in front of him.
Did he have to wear a little wristband that he's a child traveling alone because he was wearing that shirt?
What? They brought him applesauce. He's like, but I'm 26.
They give him a little blanket and tell him, don't worry, the flight attendants will take care of you.
That stupid hat and a pair of knickers.
Did they invite you to the cockpit to get your wings?
Yeah.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Here's the next scary news tease. Prescription drugs.
Uh-oh.
Coming up, a warning inside your medicine cabinet, how to tell if your prescription drugs are putting your health at risk.
Any of them.
I wish they would say that your prescription drugs could bite you.
But people would be like, they can? I'll have to tune in.
Babysitting and Viagra, an unpleasant connection?
Danny, we got an answer to that one?
Yeah, that's from all the spam you get about some online pharmacies. They're saying that some of those prescriptions, if you buy them, may not be legit.
Wow, go figure that one out if you're buying it online.
I heard in Canada, isn't there a way, like a really legitimate one in Canada to use like an online? There's a couple of them that are like big and legitimate to get your
There
stuff.
probably was once, but now that's like the headline of every spam I've gotten in the last 6 months.
Way to humiliate me.
Yeah, let's go to Nathan in West Palm Beach. Nathan. Palm Beach. Nathan.
Hey.
Hey, Nathan.
What's going on? Where's all these news teasers coming from? The same station, Fox News?
Yes.
Because they got the same whole voice.
Yeah, the Fox News here in New York City is notorious for this. That's why we need your help around America. Danny, what's the email address?
Danny at foundrymusic.com.
Is there a link on opieandanthony.com, too, for this?
If not, there will be.
Get one up there immediately.
Because we want news teasers from across America and from Canada, if that's possible.
Hey, Nathan, you're from West Palm, right?
Yeah.
Now, you've watched the news. Do you see these teasers down there?
Oh, yeah, and it's always the hole that tells them.
Yep,
It's always
see?
the hole.
See, we're looking for that. So if you see one,
send it in.
Send it in.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Just DVR the news or something, or show before the news.
All right, it's Danny at foundrymusic.com. FOUNDRY music.com. We all work, so this next scary news tease could be a doozy.
Oh, no. We all work?
We all work?
Okay.
All right.
That's all you need to know before this.
That's all you need to know.
Eric,
before
relax.
This scary news tease. Yeah, Eric, you could take a break. You're safe. You're going to live to 100.
Oh, my God.
See what happens when you take a day off while the rest of us work?
Ooh. That's right. Gallivanting around Florida, were you?
All right, here we go.
Are you working too hard? How you could be risking your life just by working a few extra hours a week.
Great.
A few extra hours a week. Not even every day.
Poor guy is just trying to pay for college for his kid.
That's all.
Now he has to worry about dropping dead of a heart attack because he put in a couple extra hours.
Is that what it is? How do you know?
It has to be stress.
It has to be like a stroke or a heart attack. What else could it be?
Danny?
One of the points from that one was high blood pressure.
If you have high blood pressure and you're stressed out, you work too much.
And, all your blood pressure goes up, all that stuff.
Kelly from Boston on the instant feedback. News alert. Exploding laptops can attack through the bottom of a kayak. News at 11.
Take your laptop in your kayak. That is trouble.
I want to put a stingray in my laptop box.
Uh-oh.
Why didn't we do the Celine Dion during that kayak story?
We could have.
We missed an opportunity. Look at us.
Damn it.
Here's the next scary news tease. So far, none of these will make the Hall of Fame.
No.
But a good batch.
Just
a good
bad
batch
news
of
teasers.
news teases.
Teens turning a common medication into a dangerous drug. Tonight at 10, the ABC 15 investigators go undercover to expose the over-the-counter medicine quickly becoming teens' legal drug of choice.
It came up really fast, and then everyone was doing it.
See how easy it is for them to get it. Plus, a Valley teen talks about her frightening experience.
When the pupil was completely dilated, I thought, oh, dear God, this is it.
An investigation every parent and teen should see. Tonight on ABC 15 News at 10.
Oh, yeah.
How long was that?
30 seconds.
Now, how long does it say it is? Teenagers are using aspirin as a drug.
Yeah.
Why do they have to just ramble and babble?
With the dramatic music behind it. Did you hear the...
I'm going with...
NyQuil.
Yeah, I was going to go with cold medicine.
Or some type of... Yes, it is some type of cold medication. Gotta be.
It's got something to do with methamphetamines, I think, because there's some... One of these drugs... Like Contact or whatever you can use like to make meth or something.
Oh, they pull them off the shelves now. You can't even buy them. You have to go up to the counter and ask for it.
Maybe it's not meth. It's something, though. It's like it's something they can get high with.
Danny, do you know?
Yeah, this is just drinking too much cough medicine.
Oh, okay.
Cough medicine? That is an age-old story.
Like Robitussin.
Bang, dang. They were playing that kind of music when that story came out.
Allergy medications, like Benadryl, like the liquid.
Benadryl? You ever take cold medication, you get a little buzz, and it's kind of cool? Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, my nose cleared up, I got a little buzz. This is nice. That's a nice story.
I want to hear the horror tales, though. I don't know what happened. I had a cough, I drank some NyQuil, and I woke up, she was $3.50.
And finally, the last news tease for today.
Oh, damn it.
We're going back to laptops, people.
Uh-oh.
We got a double.
Wait. Another laptop story?
Yeah, we got a double here, though. This is a
Radiation?
This is a double scary news tease. Very popular.
Okay.
Coming up, clearing the air on air fresheners. Could they be harming your health? The story in...
They can, of course they can. Are those little ones that go psst, psst, every 30 seconds or so, or 3 minutes?
Don't tell me
to
that
spray
they're
something
going to take
out?
our Christmas trees away from us.
I know what it is.
What?
It's probably the Glade or whatever plug-in ones that they say can cause a fire. Anything they can cause a fire someday.
We'll guess. Well, let's get the whole... we'll do this... whatever. Let's play the whole thing.
Coming up, clearing the air on air fresheners. Could they be harming your health? The story in House Call.
Plus terror minus the terrorists. What's inside your laptop that could bring a plane down?
That has to be what I was saying. I just did a scary news tease to Jimmy talking about the battery catching on fire.
Terror
minus the terrorists is nothing.
It's not terrorism then.
No.
It's a scary movie.
It's an accident.
It's snakes on a plane.
Which is that New York? I recognize that voice.
Yeah, that's Fox.
That's Ernie Anastas, right?
Yes, it is.
Ernie Anastas stinks.
He's a boob.
Really is this dumb Frankie Valli hairdo. My hair and football helmets from 1920. A resemblance. Like to eat boogers and then spit them on him. Ernie Anastas is a crud. Doesn't work for CBS, I take it.
No.
That's right. We won't have the likes of him.
We love CBS.
We certainly
do. Danny, what's the answers here? We got a double news tease there.
To be perfectly honest with you, that air freshener one was so ridiculous, I didn't even bother to take a look at it.
All right, good.
But the airplane story is exactly what Ant was saying, how these exploding batteries could pose a problem on aircraft.
Has it happened?
No.
If you
Shut up until it happens.
If you see a smoke coming out of your overhead bin, then I would attend to that immediately.
You put it out with they have a fire extinguisher. What do you think they have gas on a plane just in case?
You never want a fire in a plane at 35,000 feet. I don't care what it is.
It'll go right out.
We have enough scary things.